the strip of PC2308 nears completion, it's become clear that the car has been repainted many times during its history. In places, the paint build-up exceeds 3mm in thickness, making the body panels and tub much heavier than they were originally. The team would ideally like to keep as much of the car as original as possible, including the paintwork. With the fitment of the side pods and engine cover compromised by the amount of paint, however, it's been decided a complete strip will be required. The chassis and bodywork are transferred into the care of Ian and Tom Castle, also based on Sywell Aerodrome, for the paint to be stripped back. First, the layers of paint are identified and recorded as a part of the car's history. This is often a useful verification of a car's provenance. In the case of the PC23, several layers of red and blue paint confirm the car was also raced by the Bettenhausen team during the 1995 season. Removing the paint is a delicate and time-consuming job, although with paint this thick, the first few layers can be safely sanded off. After this, great care must be taken not to damage the carbon fibre surface, often referred to as the substrate. Meanwhile, back in the workshop, the car's fuel system is being investigated. The original fuel cell has gone away to be copied. However, the pipework and Ilmor-produced fuel pump remain at Dawn Treader. It's quite clear, and no surprise, that the internals of the fuel cell have suffered severe corrosion as a result of prolonged exposure to methanol fuel. While the pipework is easy to replace, the fuel pump will require rebuilding. The pump is stripped and the assembly clearly recorded in the car's notebook. Some of the components will require re-anodizing to protect them from further damage, necessitating removal of the delicate carbon bearings within the pump. It turns out it's impossible to remove these parts without destroying them, so replacements will have to be produced if the pump is ever to be used again. The Ilmor pump was conceived as a single-build, non-serviceable item, and its functionality was very dependent on the skill of the pump builder to get the running clearances correct. According to the accounts of those involved with these pumps back in the 1990s, the drawings were not toleranced as the assembly had to be correct down to the last micron. Replicating the skills of the time will certainly be a challenge for the team. To begin the process, the salvageable parts are cleaned in an ultrasonic bath. This equipment uses ultrasound to vibrate fluid particles close to the surface of the components being cleaned to loosen and remove small dirt particles. In the meantime, a source of manufacture for the carbon bearings will have to be found and a method for assembling the pump rediscovered. This is an area where the input of the original designer and the advice of the original builders will prove invaluable.